Hey friends, it's Becky, otherwise known as the Frugal Freebie Lady. You can also find me right here on the Instagram. Today's video, we are going to talk about how to save money on back to school shopping. We are going to talk about the tricks, the tips, all that good stuff in 2022. It is that time of year again. It is back to school time for many of us. If you could just leave a comment below, let me know when your kids go back to school. My kids don't go back to school until September. Let's get to the first two out of the way. The first two are the most obvious. One is to set a budget. Set a realistic limit per kid that you are going to spend. I would break that down into actual school supplies, backpack, and clothes. Break it into 3 categories, not just one large number. The next one is don't wait until the last minute and then scramble. When you wait to the last minute, every single time you end up making poor financial choices. When it comes to the basics like pens, papers, that kind of stuff, I highly recommend that you take inventory in your own home before you even set foot into the major box stores. You would not believe how many things that are on the teacher's list that you have in that random junk drawer in your kitchen, in your house, that you actually don't need to go out and buy. Next, here's something that not a lot of people know. The major box stores will take a loss with some of the basic back to school stuff. So I'm talking like markers, papers, pens, that kind of stuff. They oftentimes will take a loss at it just to get you into the store. So when shopping for the basics, I highly recommend you get out the circulars, you get out the app called Flip, and you see what major box stores have it for less. But with that said, I do not recommend that you drive around to 4 stores just to save 25 cents on some markers. Really easy. You just take out a pen and paper, add up all of the basic school supplies that you need and see which one is going to be the least expensive. And I also recommend if you're going to go in stores, do not take your kiddos with us. You know that if you take your kiddos, they are going to want the 52 pack of sparkle pens as opposed to the 10 pack of washable markers that the teacher asked you to buy. So when it comes to those basic school supplies, again, the markers, the pens, the paper, buy those when the back to school sales are happening. Just depending on where you live is when they are going to be on sale. Our school doesn't start until September, and already Target has most of that stuff on sale. Again, because they're taking a loss at it just to get you into the stores. But on the flip side of that, for some of the other stuff, like the more expensive things, you should wait, if you can, until after school starts or after the back to school season has started, because those are going to be cut back dramatically. When it comes to backpacks, I recommend that you go for a quality backpack as opposed to the cheap character backpacks that you'll find at Target or Walmart. I know people who have had an LL Bean backpack from kindergarten all the way up to college, and you can imagine the amount of money that they have saved instead of buying a $30 or $40 backpack every single year. But a backpack is one of those examples that I recommend you wait as long as possible to buy that character backpack at the major box stores, because after the back to school season has started, they will be slashed dramatically. I just saw a Minion backpack from last season at Walmart for 90% off. If your kiddo really wants that really expensive character backpack, for example, my kiddo 2 years ago just could not sleep at night because he wanted a Star Wars Disney backpack so bad. And from the Disney store, they were like $100. And I'm like, I'm not spending $100 for your first grade backpack that's only going to last a year, buddy. But I found this same exact backpack, almost new, but he didn't know the difference, on Poshmark. So there's places like Poshmark, eBay, Facebook Marketplace is a treasure trove for those kinds of things. Speaking of backpacks and school supplies, every year major companies give away backpacks full of supplies, and many of them do not ask for your income and there's no qualification. They basically do it as a promotion to try to advertise their business and get like a buzz going about their business. Verizon is one that does this every single year. I'm going to leave a link below in the description, and I'll leave it pinned to the first comment of companies that are doing backpack giveaways this year, and you can look up to see if they're happening in your area. When it comes to the big box stores, I honestly recommend recommend that you don't even go into the stores. Go online shopping at those big box stores. Because this is a back to school season, they probably will be giving you free shipping. And on top of that, you can also use cashback apps like my favorite Tops Cashback. The really cool thing about Tops Cashback as opposed to other cashback sites is that they usually have the highest percentage cash back, and they are giving you back $10 if you spend $25 or more if you use the code SAVE10. Now, on top of using a cashback extension on your web browser, you can also use something like price.com, which is a price comparison tool, and you can use something like Honey, which will add coupon codes at checkout. So those three things combined will offer you huge savings that you really can't get in a store. Some of you are probably going to be needing some laptops or Chromebooks or those really expensive calculators. Now, you can save a ton of money by actually renting them. I'm going to leave some links below. They'll be pinned to the first comment, and they will be in the description box where you can actually rent these bigger box items, and then you can just send them back at the end of the year. Beyond renting them, say you need to own them for some reason, especially those super expensive calculators, you can get them on Poshmark, eBay, and again, Facebook Marketplace for a 1/10 of the cost that you would have to get them brand new. Now, if you are doing back to school shopping this year in 2022, and you know you are going to spend $50 or more at a specific store, either in store or online, I really encourage you to buy a discounted gift card. You can get a discounted gift card at any of these wonderful places. Again, that'll be pinned in the first comment and in the description box below. The really cool thing that you may not know about is if you are buying a lot of these items at Target this year and you don't have a red card already, you can get $40 off $40 or more. Yeah, this is free $40, friends, and all you have to do is get the red card. Now, if you are anti-credit card like I am, what you may or may not know is that can be just a debit card connected to your bank account and not like a traditional credit card. So now that we've talked about the actual school supplies and we've talked about the backpacks, and now let's talk about clothes really quick. So if you have younger kids, they probably aren't really that into what they are wearing, but my 8-year-old, soon to be 9-year-old, is at the point in his schooling where he really wants to wear specific items. In his case, he wants Nike, Adidas, the really expensive sneakers, and that's really put me in a pinch because I hate spending a ton of money in general, and when it comes to clothes, oh, it just kills me to spend a ton of money on kids' clothes, especially boys, because they go through them so fast. So these are things that I have done to keep the clothing expenses to a minimum, but still get the kiddo what he wants. First of all, talk to your kiddos. Say, this is how much you have to spend. If your kiddos are 14 years or younger, or just have a little body frame, I think that Once Upon a Child is a treasure trove for name brand items at a discounted rate. Once Upon a Child, it is basically a consignment shop that is very particular about what they sell. So they only sell items that are 2 years old or newer with no stains or tears. We buy 80% of our back to school clothes there. Another really amazing place to buy back to school clothes for your kiddos at a great rate is Poshmark. And the really cool thing about Poshmark is they are giving away $10 free to any new user. You know where I'm going to put that link, so I'm not even going to say it for like the 100th time. Also been able to find some really amazing deals on, again, Facebook Marketplace, and one that not a lot of people talk about are moms groups on Facebook. Now, when it comes to saving money on back to school clothes too, keep in mind that you don't need to buy 6 months worth of back to school clothes before the first day of school. You can buy a couple of items for that first week of school and then wait as long as you can to buy some more clothes, because as we get further on into the school year, those clothes are going to go on sale because the season is going to change. So the longer you can wait, the more money you are going to save. Thank you so much for watching, friends. If you found this video helpful, I really would love a little comment, a like, but the best thing you could do is share this video with a friend. I love you guys. Go out and do something nice for somebody.